off, a family's slice of the American dream has turned into a nightmare in Luzerne County. Just weeks after moving into their home in Pittston, they learned the place is condemned and has been for years. Action 16 investigates. Stacy Lang gets to the bottom of how it happened and what the family may be able to do about it.
55 Church Street in Pittston is Jerry Thomas and Anna Billak's first home and was supposed to be their forever home.
3 years, you've been working to save. You've been working overnight jobs, daytime jobs, like just try to maintain life but save for the bigger dream. And we thought this was the bigger dream until we found out it was pretty much a living nightmare.
Jerry and Anna share 5 children and wanted a place where each kid could finally have their own room. They found that place last fall. Jerry and Anna are both the first in their families to purchase property, but that pride was short-lived. Only a few weeks after closing, they came home to a bright orange condemned sign on the front door.
We got that notice on the door. I came home, I seen it on the door right before Christmas, mind you. This was like a week before Christmas. I call Harry from the city and he's like, "You're in violation. There was no certificate of occupancy." Being a first-time homeowner, I didn't even know what that was.
Turns out their forever home had been condemned since the spring of 2022 when the place caught fire. These photos are from the city of Pittston's inspection of the place back then. Anna and Jerry knew about the fire, but did not know the condemnation had never been lifted.
It just doesn't make sense how all this got through all these officials, all these people, to us. How did it get on the market? How did we even get here?
After the fire in 2022, the previous owners abandoned the house and it was purchased by Phillips Home Improvement, a contracting company based out of Philadelphia. We reached out to the owner of Phillips Home Improvement, John Garrison, to see how this might have happened. He admitted to selling the property without getting a certificate of occupancy from the city of Pittston, and he blamed an all too common thorn in the side of contractors, the city's code enforcement officer. In a text message to Action 16 Investigates, Garrison wrote, quote, "I have been in construction for over 20 years. I do not need a piece of paper from a corrupt township to tell me my job is done properly." According to city records that Action 16 Investigates obtained through a right-to-know request, Garrison's property failed an inspection by Pittston Code Enforcement Officer Harry Smith. During that inspection in March of 2023, Harry Smith spotted mold in the basement, but he could not inspect the upstairs walls for mold caused by fire damage because the walls had already been covered up with drywall. Garrison, the property owner, never called for a new inspection. Months later, according to Pittston's mayor, Michael Lombardo, the city learned Garrison had sold the property, and a family of 7 was living inside.
It's a necessary evil, and it's unfortunate, and sometimes Harry gets painted as the big bad wolf, but he's not. He's a good person who's got a family, and one of the things that Harry said to me is, "I wouldn't want my kids in that house."
Mayor Lombardo says not only is it possible in Pennsylvania to sell a property without disclosing that it's condemned, it has happened before in Pittston. The mayor is working with several others across the state on a housing task force, tackling several issues, including lobbying state lawmakers to make municipal code enforcement records easily available to prospective property buyers.
I believe there needs to be some legislative remedies to protect families like this.
Anna and Jerry moved their family out of 55 Church Street in Pittston earlier this year. Legally, they couldn't stay in the home without a certificate of occupancy. Plus, the couple paid for environmental testing that shows there is likely mold throughout the house. The couple can't afford to fix all of the problems themselves, but they could sue John Garrison and Phillips Home Improvement because of a form everyone who sells a piece of property in Pennsylvania has to fill out, the seller disclosure form. The disclosure form for 55 Church Street says nothing about the home being condemned. Action 16 Investigates reached out to a real estate attorney, Richard Fanucci, for his take on the situation. He says Pennsylvania requires a seller to list all material defects with the property, and a condemnation certainly counts.
It clearly was condemned based upon some problem, physical problem or potential problem, worse yet, that may exist, you know, to the property. So yes, in my opinion, a condemnation is something that clearly should have been disclosed and could very well fall under the disclosure law.
Right now, Anna and Jerry are left in limbo.
Why would you do this to us? Why would you do it to anybody?
Not sure where to call home and hoping their American dream isn't dashed.
I feel like I really failed in having my family here. Like, I worked so hard to want to build a better life for my family, and kind of find out, me personally, inside, I feel like I failed.
Jerry and Anna have not taken legal action against John Garrison in Phillips Home Improvement. Still, Garrison does have a local attorney. We reached out to that attorney for comment, but we have not heard back. Stacey Lang, Action 16 investigates.